Here's the truth. Most people in this world will never get there. Not because they can't, but because they're playing the wrong game. Today, I want to give you 9 habits that will actually build your wealth. And I want you to really hear this because it's not about getting rich. It's about breaking free from the game of always having to make money. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Build your life around freedom, not things. This took me years to learn, and it changed everything for me. So let me ask you something. What is money actually for? Most people never stop to think about this. They assume money is for buying things, paying bills, upgrading their lifestyle, looking successful. There's some truth in that, but I want to shift how you see it. Money is for freedom. Money is for getting out of the rat race, for reaching a point where you no longer have to play the game. Think of a rocket. It needs enough speed to break through Earth's gravity, what's called escape velocity. Fall short, and no matter how powerful the rocket is, gravity pulls it back down. Hit that speed, though, and it's free. It breaks into orbit. Money works the same way. If you don't put it toward assets, income, and investments, the gravity of life, your bills, your lifestyle, your pressure, will keep pulling you back into working for more. But once your investments cover your life, you hit financial escape velocity. You're free. Imagine never having to earn another dollar. Not because you're rich, but because your money is now working for you. Most people never get there because every time they earn more, they spend more. We live in a culture that tells us to upgrade the moment we have the means, even when what we already have works just fine. So people stay stuck in a game, sometimes for their entire lives. Say this to yourself. The goal isn't to make more money. The goal is to need money less. Build your life so your expenses are controlled, your investments are growing, and your dependence on the game keeps shrinking until one day you can simply step away. That's what winning looks like. Most people are chasing the appearance of wealth. Very few are chasing actual freedom. The ones who do reach freedom are the ones who build something real. Habit 2. Treat money like a tool, not a goal. Money isn't the purpose of your life. It's a tool. And tools exist to be used, not worshipped. You don't wake up and admire your hammer. You ask what you can build with it. But people flip this with money. They stop asking what kind of life they actually want and start asking only how to make more. I lived this mistake for years. When money becomes the goal itself, you lose the plot. You take jobs you hate, stay stressed, sacrifice your health and relationships, all chasing a number you think will fix everything. It won't. Money only solves money problems. If you're stressed now, you'll be stressed with more money, just a wealthier version of stressed. If you lack purpose now, money won't hand you one. That's why people who earn millions can still be miserable. They built the money, but never built the life around it. So flip the order. Decide first how you want to live, what fulfillment actually looks like for you, and then use money as the tool to build that. Otherwise, you'll wake up one day with more money and the same unlived life. Habit 3. Automate your investing before you ever see the money. You want your money out of sight, so you're never tempted to spend it. Set up an automatic transfer from every paycheck into investments. Don't rely on willpower. Discipline fades, and I'll start next month rarely turns into next month. The best investors don't decide to invest each month. It's automatic. Money comes in, a portion leaves immediately, and the rest compounds quietly in the background while everyone else is still deciding what to buy next. Habit 4. Live below your means, especially as you earn more. This is where most people fail. They get a raise and immediately upgrade. Bigger apartment, nicer car, more subscriptions, and stay just as broke, only with nicer things. I've seen this happen at every income level. My wealth advisor once had a client who cleared $20 million in profit in a single year and filed for bankruptcy 18 months later. Watches for every employee, multiple houses, a car for each one. If your lifestyle grows as fast as your income, you will never build wealth. Wealth lives in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. The wider that gap, the faster you build real wealth. Protect it like your financial life depends on it, because it does. When I make more now, I still feel the pull to celebrate and spend. But I've learned to hold my lifestyle steady for at least a couple of years after any jump in income. Habit 5. Avoid comparison, especially on social media. Open your phone, and it can feel like everyone is ahead of you. But you're not seeing their reality. You're seeing their highlight reel. You're comparing your whole life to someone else's best 1%. That comparison is the fastest way to feel behind, even when you're not. You could be saving and investing consistently, building real wealth, and still feel like you're losing because someone posted a new car. That feeling pulls you back into spending just to keep pace, which delays your own freedom. Remember, most people aren't showing you their net worth. They're showing you their spending. Those are two very different things. Stay in your lane. Real wealth doesn't need an audience. Habit 6. Track your spending. Know where every dollar goes. Ask yourself honestly, do you actually know where your money goes? Not roughly, exactly. Most people think they know until they actually look, and then they're stunned. Money doesn't vanish. It leaks out in small, unconscious purchases that add up. You need visibility, every dollar in, every dollar out. This used to mean manually tracking spreadsheets and printed bank statements. Now apps like Monarch Money or Rocket Money do it for you automatically. Once you see where your money is actually going, you can't unsee it. I remember years ago, my wife was convinced she had no extra money each month. We pulled her bank statements and found she was spending $400 a month at Target without realizing it. Once she saw it, she changed it automatically. That's the power of awareness. It's the first step to actually fixing the leak. Habit 7. Track your net worth consistently. You don't need to obsess over it. Just stay aware. What you track, you improve. Without visibility into what you own, what you owe, and how your investments are performing, you're just guessing. And guessing won't get you to escape velocity. Early on, I once 6x'd my income year over year and ended up with the exact same bank balance. That's when I started checking my accounts daily, not out of anxiety, but to watch them grow. Insufficient funds turned into $1,000, then $10,000, then 6 figures. Track everything, savings, checking, investments, ideally linked in one place so you can see the whole picture at once. Habit 8. Detach your self-worth from money. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They don't just want money. They want what they think it represents: respect, status, validation, proof that they're enough. I've coached business owners with more money than they'll ever need who still can't separate themselves from their business because their identity is fused to it. When your self-worth is tied to your income, every swing in your bank account becomes a swing in how you feel about yourself. Earn more, and you feel pressure to prove it. Earn less, and you start questioning your worth. But money is a tool, not a scoreboard for your identity. You'd never say your hammer getting dirty makes you worthless. Don't let your bank balance make that call either. When you separate who you are from how much you make, everything shifts. You stop chasing status, stop making decisions to prove something, and start making calm, strategic moves instead. That's when you actually start winning. Habit 9. Think in decades, not days. Most people ask how to get rich fast, how to 40x a bet on Bitcoin overnight. Real wealth doesn't work that way. It's built slowly, quietly, consistently, over years and decades. A seed you plant today doesn't get dug up tomorrow to check its progress. You water it, give it sun, and trust the process. 2 decades later, it's a tree. Wealth works the same way. For most people, this is a long game. Unless you're earning millions a year and barely spending it, real wealth takes time. But retiring early will always beat upgrading to a BMW you don't need. Plant the seeds now. Those are the 9 habits that actually build real wealth. Thanks so much for watching. Based on what you've been watching, this might be the video that impacts you most. So if you haven't already, click subscribe so you never miss the next one.